Hello everyone, Tiffany here with Blue Lotus Mind. I'm here today to talk about luck. I hear so many people talking about how that person got lucky or this opportunity came by luck, and I want to talk about the truth behind those statements. Before I get to that though, just a reminder to head over to www.limitlessplaybook.com, step into your power, create your own luck, because that's really the best way to go about it. So luck is actually something that has been studied over the last couple years, the last decade or so. And what they found is that luck is nothing more than a mindset. And the people who consider themselves lucky create more luck because they take more action. There's actually an entire book written on these studies. It's called The Luck Factor. It's written by a guy named Dr. Richard Wiseman. And I want to talk about a couple of the studies that he talks about in that book. I used to be somebody who considered myself to be unlucky. In fact, I was one of those people who walked around and said, if I had any luck, it would be bad luck. That's the only type of luck I have. And I didn't realize at the time that by saying that, I was hindering myself from creating opportunities for myself, because I would say, you have to be lucky to do that. Only lucky people get that opportunity. And so I would stop myself from taking action. Now, the one study that I found most interesting in the book was they set up this one experiment. They had people who considered themselves lucky, and then they had people who considered themselves unlucky. And what they did was they asked people to come to this coffee shop. They had a designated parking spot for people, and they asked people to park in that parking spot. They placed a $10 or a $50 bill, whatever it was, on the ground. They placed money on the ground outside, just right where they placed the bill on the ground right where they would park so they would see it. And they told them to go into the coffee shop and meet with the researcher. Now, the researcher never had plans of showing up. They simply wanted to see how lucky versus unlucky people reacted in those situations. So here's what happened. The unlucky people would pull into the parking spot. They would get out of the car. They wouldn't even see the money. They'd step over it. They would go into the coffee shop, sit at the designated table, and once they realized that the researcher was coming, they'd get angry, they'd huff and they'd puff, and they'd storm out. The lucky people, on the other hand, they would get out of the car. They would actually see the money on the ground, pick it up, think, this is awesome. They would go into the coffee shop, sit down, and when they recognized that the researcher wasn't coming, that was okay, because they had struck up conversations with people around them. And in fact, there was one person in the study who ended up getting $1 million business contract with one of the people that he started talking to in the cafe. They also looked at the people who considered themselves lucky versus unlucky, and the people who considered themselves lucky, on average, would win about 12 draws a year. The people who were unlucky won one or none a year. What they found was the people who considered themselves lucky actually entered over 1,000 draws on average per year, as opposed to the person who is unlucky, who would only enter one or two. So my point in telling you all of this is, if you consider yourself lucky, you will take action. You will view the world differently. And if you view yourself as unlucky, you're hindering yourself, because you'll stop yourself from taking action. You'll stop yourself from seeing opportunities all around you to find $1 million contracts or to see money on the ground. Or you'll see a penny on the ground or a nickel and you'll say, it's only 5 cents, I'm not picking it up, which shuts your reticular activating system or your unconscious mind off to finding future opportunities. If you're not willing to pick up a penny, your unconscious mind will shut off to finding other money. So, is your perception of your luck stopping you from creating opportunities? And if so, if you've been telling yourself that you're unlucky, stop. Because that's the reason that you're unlucky. That's it for me today. Make sure you head over to limitlessplaybook.com, www.limitlessplaybook.com. Get my free 10-day training. Step into your power. Start creating your own luck. Open the filters of your mind to see all the opportunities that you truly want. Have an amazing evening, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.